game closer.
All right, hey everybody. So, you guys really need to come up here and stare at this thing closely when you get a chance. Batman 66, or Batman, the original Batman, is something that is really dear to my heart. I grew up, I'm 61 years old, so when I was 11 years old, I had to get my homework done to watch Batman because there were no DVRs. So, I couldn't watch Batman tomorrow. And when the theme came up, when Joe started talking about, he had a lot of success with the Batman theme, and we should do something with it, I basically raised my hand. I have a full-time job running product development, but this was so important to me that I said I have to do this. And so Lyman and I and a bunch of the guys on my team set off down this path, and we're very, very happy with this. Take a look at some of this stuff. I mean, this is just freaking amazing stuff, and I'm very proud of it. When you come up here, I want you to look at these decals. These decals are a proprietary process. You've never seen them before on a pinball machine. They're really over the top. Check out the flake on the armor. Check out the pinstriping on the armor. You saw the topper with the adjustable bat signal. So because I don't know what your game room looks like, so I want you to be able to shine the bat signal on your ceiling or on your wall, and it's also focusable so that, because I don't know if your wall is 3 feet from your game or 5 feet from your game or whatever. Of course, it's got our new LCD screen, and you're going to see this screen, and as Gary mentioned, is basically going to be on all of our cornerstones moving forward. So when you see our next cornerstone game, it doesn't matter if it's a pro, a premium, or an LE, it's going to have this screen, the speakers, the back glass. We feel the back glass is as Gary said, a part of pinball's heritage, and we've got we felt it was important to respect it. So that's why we picked that screen size and why we put it there. Mark, do you have the keys by chance? Are they in there? Yeah, sorry. I just want to show you a couple of really quick things. Tell me when am I okay?
I think we're good for another half hour,
All right.
45 minutes if we want to.
All right, so I'm just really quick, right? So look, check this out, right? So this folds down for service. This comes off just like that, right? Spike 2 Electronics is really just this little board. When we did Spike, like Gary said, it's modular. So these other boards, that's all about stopper. That's got nothing to do with driving the game. So it's kind of cool that you have this modular electronic system that, as you grow and as technology evolves, you can essentially modify it without starting over from scratch. Notice the key doesn't hit the glass. Some really cool little things. Of course, this game has the kitchen sink in it, so it's got Jensen two-way speakers and a big giant dub subwoofer in it. And we actually, Lyman said it for Gary's talk so that the game audio wouldn't interrupt him. So this is in an attract mode. When you come up here, the turntable mech, which is a new toy that I devised for this game, is really kind of cool. It's got 3 presentations to the player, and one of them is a tiny little TV, with a couple of rabbit ear antennas, and of course, it looks like that. And I had to teach all my 22-year-old video artists that that's really what a television is. Because I said, I want a TV on the screen, and they said, you've got a TV on the screen. The TV is a screen. I said, that's not a TV. So when you look down here, the Villain Vision target is this tiny little TV with a magnet and 2 targets in front of it. And all the characters that you're going to be fighting, Joker, the Riddler, Catwoman, etc., when you're in their modes, they essentially take over Villain Vision, and then they'll be talking trash and interacting with you from Villain Vision. Of course, the bat phone, and the bat phone's going to call you from time to time. We'll talk about that some other time, but. And of course, a new spinner, a new Batmobile spinner with a shot through, and then when we sat down to do this, one of the things that Lon and I did was we said, hey, let's keep the stuff that we liked from our original Batman game that him and I did in 2008, The Dark Knight, and let's get rid of everything that we didn't like. So this game is really started out that way, and that's why the right side of the game, you'll recognize the crane, except now it's belongs to the Penguin, and it's a part of the KG Bird Crane Company. For those of you Batman fans, you'll come up here and see this. And so, of course, this thing is full of all of the characters from the show and all the cool stuff. Is my CG art director in the room? Is Chuck in the room? Tanya? I see Tanya. I don't see Chuck. So the other day I heard the number of video clips that are edited for use in this game, and I about fell out of my chair. And the first thing I said was, "Don't tell Gary," because it's like, there's like 10,000 video clips or something in the thing. So.
That all costs money. That's why you said don't tell me.
So yeah, so you got the illuminated bats, the illuminated speaker stuff. Some of this stuff you got when you come up here, you'll see it's got full side blades. It's got some additional decorative toys because this is the Super LE. A lot of these things some of these things will make their way into the accessory program, but some of them won't. One other cool thing is it's got a 500 of the games, so that means LEs, Super LEs, and Premiums will get a signed Topps trading card in a collectible display case signed by Adam West. So if you're one of those first 500 games, you're getting an Adam West signed card. The cards are all different. They're randomly picked out of the stacks of Topps cards, so your game is inherently unique in that you have that card signed by Adam. After that, you'll still get the card. You just won't get Adam's signature. When you go next door in Joe's booth, in the Kapow booth, there are all three versions of the game. And so there'll be a premium over there, a limited edition, and then of course this guy. This is the big kahuna. It gets when you come up here, the very first thing I want you to do is I want you to come over and check out these decals, because you can't tell from where you're sitting that these are really special. So you got to see it up close.
One thing is this working? Yeah. One thing I want to point out: these are sold, and we unfortunately couldn't give them to everybody who wanted one. The Super LEs are sold, but we may do a Super LE again. So look at this and see what it is that you're either getting or not getting. The limited editions are all claimed by our dealers and distributors, so if any of them have any left, great. The premium has most of the stuff that this has, or most of the play feature in any event. It doesn't have the special decals, it doesn't have the sound system and all that, but it's still a great game, and it's still, you can dress it up with the accessories. So the premium is a really great game that you ought to really consider.
Yeah, and the premium, I mean, there are a lot of cool accessory things for the premium. The other thing about the limited editions is that there's 120 episode editions. So each game is essentially named for an episode of the show. There were 120 shows or 120 episodes in the show. And the other 120 are 120 gadgets. And so the fact that, and basically every ID plate on those games is unique to the game. So if you get the Batarang, no one else will have the Batarang. Somebody else gets the Bat Boat, no one else will have the Bat Boat. So there's 120 Bat gadgets, including some really funny ones. And I can just see, you don't know which one you're going to get, because you can't call up and say, send me the Batarang. So you're going to get it out of the box, and you get what you get. There's going to be some horse trading, I know, because I know a lot of guys that want the Bat Shark repellent, and there's only one. so there's going to be a lot of horse trading on this. I know it. And then the episodes are kind of cool. Again, the same thing. The episodes use the actual episode titles from the show, and again, 120 unique pieces of art created for the plaques. So there's a lot of fun stuff, but the thing that, this is all gingerbread that we've been talking about. The thing that you're really gonna like is that it's a really fun game. It's really solid. There's a lot of cool stuff, and there's a toy that you've never seen before in here. So I want you to come up, stand around them. My partner in crime, Mr. Lyman Sheets, whom I'm sure you all know, is very picky. He's a very picky guy. And until every sound effect is perfectly timed to a display effect, he's not going to let you play the game. So all that I can tell you is that there's him and I have a history of games together that have been successful. Monster Bash is one of them, and his list of successful games, is also pretty amazing. So you have to trust in him that he's going to deliver you some pretty amazing stuff. And he's actually back in the studio right now, coding. So anyway, come check this out. Look at the 3 editions. You won't be sorry on any one of them. They're really amazing.
Thank you, George.
Thank you, George.